Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Brothers War draft. Alright, Drafna, Founder of Latinum, is the rare, is a good card. 2 mana, you can return an artifact you control to its owner's hands, you get enter the battlefield effects again, or you can just protect from removal. And for 3 in tap, you can copy artifact spells you control, so you cast a spell, pay an additional 3, you can copy it. It's really good. Let's look at the uncommons. Calamity's Wake, exile all graveyards. This is not really something I'm looking for in limited. I mean, graveyards do matter in this format, but certainly, and players can't cast non-creature spells. Not good enough in my opinion. We've got Urza, Power Stone, Prodigy, 3 mana, 1/3 Vigilance. It lets you loot, and when you discard one or more artifact cards, create a Power Stone target. It's a cool card, actually. I like that one. Alloy Animist, so 1 mana, 1/1, but you can turn non-creature artifacts you control into 4/4. So nice little way to turn your Power Stones into 4/4. Bodies, not bad. Millstone, you know, it probably goes pretty late, so you could make a mill strategy if you wanted, but since graveyards matter, I don't know if that's the best idea. I guess you could mill yourself. Keeper of the Cadence, 5 mana, 2/5, put an artifact, instant, or sorcery card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Not bad, at least protects you from self-mill. Thran Vigil, whenever one or more artifact and or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. These two actually have artifact and or creature. Oh, I guess they don't have synergy. Ironclaw Crusher, 7 mana, 4/6. Got prototype. When it attacks, target attacking creature gets +X/+0, where X is Iron Crusher's power. That's kind of a good card, actually, especially since it's colorless. So you can play it in any deck. Otherwise, in blue, we have a counter spell that can also tap 2 creatures. That's not bad. Tower Worker, part of the cycle. Goblin Firebomb seems kind of expensive to me. What's feeling like the best? I'm kind of just feeling like taking a colorless card because I think this card is pretty good. The prototype version of it, a 4 mana 2/5 with that ability, is not bad either. All right, Defense Grid. Each spell costs 3 more to cast except during its controller's turn. Don't really need that. That's more of a constructed card, I would think. Or at least like a sideboard card. Overwhelming Remorse, certainly playable removal. Koilos Rock, 5 mana, 3/3, Flash Flyer, enters, create a... This is a good card. So you get a surprise blocker that also can ramp you. I kind of like that one. Research Desk here. I really like this card because it's just got a lot going on with it. A surprise blocker that also creates a Power Stone token. You know, it doesn't deal with as big of things as Overwhelming Remorse, and it doesn't exile, but typically this is really good and limited. Research Desk. So sacrifice it, exile top 2. You can play that card and it has Unearth. Not bad. Some card advantage stuff. 4 mana, 3/3. Probably just gonna... I think I'm gonna take the Rock over the Remorse. That could be wrong. I think Remorse probably slightly edges it out, but I have a good feeling about this card. This seems really good to me. You get a lot for this. The Flash really puts this over the top as like a really solid common, I think. But we'll see. Could be wrong. So we have another one here. Otherwise, we have Spotter Thopter. So this scries for a bunch, and it has prototype. 4 mana, 2/3 flyer, scry 2 is really not bad. Fall of Krug, choose an opponent, destroy a land they control, deal 3 damage to that player and 1 damage to each creature they control. That's not bad either. So this can ramp you. Springleaf Drum is playable, lets you fix too. Could take another Rock. I mean, you don't want too many 5-drops either. I feel like the Rock is probably better than the Thopter, but the Thopter being an artifact is relevant too. So this is removal, which is not bad. I'm going to take another Rock. We'll see how good this is. If it's good or if it's just expensive enough where it's not good. But certainly good with instant speed spells. If you have a lot of instant speed spells in your deck, you're happy to have this card. Because you can either flash this out or use your instant speed to kill something. So when it enters mill 3, you can put a non-creature, non-land card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, this is a good card. We played the red version of this in the last. We only have 1 artifact currently. Non-creature, non-land card. So, wow, this even gets more than that. So this is a great card. Yeah, it gets instants and sorceries and stuff. I guess based on our current deck, it gets, you know, nothing. But if we have enough non-creature, non-land, it could be good. This gets rid of, it's got haste too. Mine Worker, part of the cycle. I don't know how I mean, it's a 2-drop 2/1 that gains 1 life each turn. That's actually not bad. Oh, wow. Keening Stone actually, I maybe wanted Keening Stone there. I think that card actually wins games. It's expensive, but I should have taken that. I think that actually, you don't even need to go mill strategy. That'll just put your opponent away pretty quick. So if I could take that pick back, I would take the Keening Stone. All right, mass production, create a bunch of soldiers, Keeper of the Cadence, put an artifact, instant, or sorcery. All right, we saw that already. Spectrum Sentinel, 1 mana, 1/2, pro multicolored. Not good enough. Dig Site, Surveil Land, playable, not super exciting. Infantry's not bad. Forge Chanter's not bad. Pallbearer, playable. It's got trample too. This isn't super exciting. Ugh. I'm just going to take the Dig Site. I'm not really super excited about any of that. All right. I still like this Dragon Engine. Big flying finisher. That's inflatable. Retrieval Agent. Yeah, I think we'll take the engine. I like it. I think it's good. It works well with Power Stones, both ramping into it and then being able to use the Power Stones to inflate it. So it's a very good finisher, I feel like. That you can also play early in a pinch if we end up red. So this is good with sack and die effects because you can just keep bringing it back. But, you know, not like incredibly strong, but certainly fine. I think Warplow is actually fine. 5/4 Death Touch body for 6 is not bad, and 2 mana 1/1 Death Touch is not bad either. And basically, we're just blue right now, so let's take it. Perimeter Patrol. So this gets bigger with artifacts that enter the battlefield. We got a. This is actually not bad either. 2 mana 3/1 ward with the ward. That's kind of nice. So let's see here. Destroy. This is, I mean, this is good. It's an artifact format, so it kind of makes sense. This steals and makes Power Stones. This is not that exciting. Not that exciting. First Strike gets bigger. Not really that exciting either. Certainly not. Could take the Flying Drake. I'm going to take the Raise to the Ground just in case we end up red, because we do have, I guess, Dragon Engine. I don't know. We don't know what our second color is yet. I feel okay about taking rebuff here. Jalum Tomb, or Tome. I always want to call it Tomb, but it's Tome. It's just clunky enough where I don't like it, but it's fine. I think we'll take the rebuff. I can't imagine counterspells being bad in a format that's got a bunch of like 7 and 8 drops and stuff. And tapping 2 things randomly is good. I don't know how I feel about this. This doesn't strike me as that amazing. It does keep you from self-milling, which is nice, but I certainly don't think I need a bunch of them. It is a 5 mana 2/5 after all. Not that good. So Onslaught. This is actually not bad. It's instant speed. Probably better if you have a bunch of tokens, but you can make bodies at instant speed or buff your creatures. To be honest, I don't think it's that incredible, but I'm going to take it. So yeah, this destroys a land, deals 3 damage to that player, and 1 damage each creature they control. It seems like it's just expensive enough where I don't love it, but Scrapsmith is good. Maybe just blue-red artifact value seems pretty good to me. I like these cards. So I guess we'll take the Drake now. All right, Forge Chanter. Do I want... No, I want more 2-drops. We only have 2 currently, and this card's actually pretty good. If you need it. Probably don't need 2 dig sites, though. Reservoir. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Deal Yeah, I don't think we need that one. This is cool. We have... I mean, even on the splash, this is pretty good. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a counter on it. Okay, we've seen that before. Swift Spear is pretty good. I mean, we're in the right archetype for it, but we're going for more of like a artifact value deck, not so much like a non-creature spell deck. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's at least a 5 mana 4/4 trample, which is not terrible. Could take another archaeologist. I mean, if we don't get enough stuff for it, it's not going to be great, but I think I actually agree. I might just splash this or try to. I mean, this just possibly just lets you net a bunch of cards each turn, depending on how the deck ends up. All right, so we can take the looter now. That lets us discard and make Power Stone tokens. That's not bad. This is a weird card, the handoff. Draw a bunch of cards, but then they gain control of something. Otherwise, combat tricks, another Swift Spear, another rebuff. Maybe we'll get the rebuff back. I'm going to take Urza. I like this card. It's odd that it has Vigilance. I mean, it's only odd because it's a 1/3. It makes sense. Vigilance with activated abilities is good. It lets you attack and then use activated abilities, but I don't feel like I'm going to be attacking with a 1/3 all that often. So that's why I think it's weird that it has Vigilance. This is a cool card, and now that we have a looter effect, this is very good. And you get Thopters out of it too. I really like that one. Arms Race, we don't need that. That's also a more constructed playable thing. Target player loses the game. Yeah, that's not a very fun card, is it? -1/-1. This is actually a cool card. I think the Avenger's not bad. Is there removal in here? I don't think so. So you can make a 4/4 for 4 mana and draw a card. Also not bad. I might just take the Avenger. I kind of like this card. 1 mana. I mean, all the different things it can do is actually pretty valuable. And you can do more than one thing in a turn, too. It's nice. So, Obstinate Baloth. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And then it's got flying, and it can become... That's cool. I feel like... Unfortunately, we're like an all-creature deck, though. Although, this is something that we could find off of the Archaeologist. So, that's cool. And we can... I mean... The Scrapsmith or the Archaeologist can find the statue. Like I said, the only problem is we don't have a ton of non-creature spells, but I guess I'm kind of hopeful we can find some along the way. We don't have a lot of sack permanent stuff going on. I guess I'll take the statue. If we don't end up with enough cheap stuff, it's not going to be good. It also triggers prowess, which is nice. So this sack creatures make zombies. Even if you can't pay the black part, not bad. So this makes stuff artifacts. I don't know if that matters for us. I don't think it does. Desynchronize might be something that I just want. But I could take a 3rd rock. It is a lot of rocks. We already have a lot of 5-drops, but I probably don't need the Drake. I mean, we need some more cheap stuff. That's the main issue. I think I'm going to take Desynchronize so we have some stuff to find. Just diversify a little bit. So Air Marshal, not bad. I can give it Self-Flying and it's a 2-drop. Flow of Knowledge, theoretically could. Oh, this is kind of cool. I don't think we have enough artifacts yet to support it, but it is kind of cool. Might just take the Air Marshal. 2-drop, we need more of those. We only have 3 currently. And this also randomly flies and sometimes makes other soldiers fly, not that we have any other ones. So could take another rebuff, could take the Evolving Wilds. I kind of like having rebuffs with the rocks, but Evolving Wilds is like a free card for the deck, and we might find another rebuff along the way, so we'll take that. All right, can take the Plant Worker. It's not the most exciting one. Could take the Springleaf Drum. What I like about the drum here is it lets me randomly, like, you know, I don't know, power to Warp Plow, I guess, if I had to prototype it, but I don't know. I think it's okay, and it's something we can find with both our... It's like a free card with Archaeologist or whatever the other one is. Scrapsmith. So Aeronaut's Wings is good, but I think I'm going to take Archaeologist here just because... I mean, at this point we are getting a lot of self-mill going, I guess. Can't play like infinite self-mill. And I guess that is the purpose of having one of those 5-drops that lets you bring cards back into your deck. That's true, but that's all right. So another rebuff. I think at this point I'll take it. Be pretty happy about it, I think. All right, animation is certainly not bad because we, at this point, have enough things that we can... I mean, I can... Just turning a drum into a 4/4. The statue turning into a 4/4 is actually good because it gets all the counters. And it still has flying. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. I think this card's okay. Not great, but okay. So I'll take it. Wow, all the rebuffs. Well, 3 is probably good. So, I mean, at this point, I'm borderline going to be able to play mono blue, but I think I'm still going to take Forging the Anchor in case I get... Because my artifact count is getting there. All right, Urza. So, artifact, instant sorceries you cast cost 1 less to cast if you both own and control. I mean, I'm sure we got to take this, right? Oh, we're never going to be able to meld it, is that right? But it does make all of our stuff cheaper, which is good. Take Flight, Cliff Stomper. I mean, there's probably not anything else too terribly good in here, right? Subjugation. I mean, our deck is really lacking removal. We do have a decent amount of evasion, but we're lacking some removal, definitely. I'm still going to take Urza, I think. At this, I mean, Meld is a very odd mechanic in my mind. In fact, maybe I could just take a Combat Courier instead, because I can draw off of it and get it back. Well, yeah, that's probably true. Ivory Tower. We don't need this one. It's an old school card, though. Refinery. Whenever it or another non-token artifact you control is put in the graveyard, create... All right. It's a little too situational for my taste. This thing gets double strike. You take another Air Marshal. The retrieval unit spits out Power Stone tokens. I do like that, and it's an artifact itself. We do only have 2 4-drops currently, so maybe I feel okay about that over the Air Marshal. All right, Ornithopter, so free artifact. I think at this point I probably just take the Subjugation. Oh, never mind. We'll take the Explosion. This is what we want. 3 damage to any target and create a Power Stone token. That's pretty awesome. Ornithopter, pretty cool with the... wherever it is. The animation, too. But yeah, we'll take this. Commando, it's got prowess, flies. Could take a Combat Courier and Scrapwork. Mutt, there's another Archaeologist, but I think at this point I think with 3 of them we're probably good. We can't go too crazy playing those. I think I like the Courier more than the Mutt. You kind of have to pay to draw off of this, but the Mutt just comes in and does it. But you actually draw off of this, whereas you loot off of that. So I think we'll take the Courier. It also is nicer. Well, they're both good in your graveyard because they have Unearth. Hercule. So 3 mana, 2/4 at the beginning of your instep. If you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. For each card type among non-creature spells you've cast this turn, you may put a card of that type. Okay. So non-creature spells. So basically, if I cast like a sorcery at the end of my turn, I can reveal top 5 and put another sorcery from among them into my hand. Or like I cast a non-creature artifact, cast that into my turn, reveal top 5, non-creature artifact I can put in my hand. So for each card type among non-creature spells you've cast this turn, you may put a card of that type. So maybe I could still get an artifact creature at the end of the turn. It's a little confusing to me. I have to read it more in depth. and still be confused by it, I'm sure. So Stern Lesson is pretty sweet. I think Supply Drop is actually okay too. Coming around on it. But we probably either take Curate or Stern Lesson here. And I think I'm going to go with the Ramp, yeah, even though it's a 3-drop, whatever. Getting the Power Stone token off of that is... I mean, you do have to discard, but... Counter an artifact or enchantment. If a spell is countered this way, exile it instead, and then counter target activated or triggered ability. I mean, it's a 2-drop. This makes zombies, which is actually pretty good with all the self-mill I have going on, but it's a little clunky. Bonesaw I don't really need. We already have Onslaught. I don't really need the Cliff Stomper, although it's a decent blocker, but I need 4. Maybe I'll just take the Defabricate. At least it might be a good sideboard card because it counters artifacts or enchantments for 2 mana. I don't know. Might not be. Here I'm going to take Supply Drop. We need some non-creature stuff, and I kind of like this one being a combat trick that also just draws you a card randomly at some point, and something we can find off of our value cards. So I could take another one of these. Do I have enough cheap stuff at this point? I think I have enough expensive stuff, so I probably don't need a second Depth Charge Colossus, although you can cast it for 6. Yeah, that's a good reason to take it, actually. 6 mana, 6/6 in blue. Not great, not terrible, but being able to get a big one for 9 is not bad either. All right, we'll take this Strike. We might play it. I'm going to take another Subjugation. Oh, I didn't take the first one. Well, taking it now over Ornithopter, I think. Okay, so I could still take the third Archaeologist. It is a decent blocker. All right, I'll take it. Might be wrong. I don't want to self-mill myself. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's weird to see it that late because I think that card's good. And a Forge, Chanter. All right, so we ended up with enough early stuff. All right. So at this point, we're just trying to figure out what cuts to make. Okay. So do we want to splash the Tocassia's Welcome and the Urza? Urza makes almost, I mean, most of the things in our deck cheaper, which is nice. We have to make a ton of cuts, and we have 21 creatures. So we are only cutting 6 creatures if we want 15. Mana value 3 or less creatures. Maybe we didn't end up with as many as I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12's actually pretty good, but I imagine we're going to end up cutting some of them. Of all these, what are the weakest? It's a good question. I mean, I don't really need the War Plow because I'm probably not going to end up splashing it. If I can end up with at least, I would say, 8 creatures, mana value 3 or less, Docasia's Welcome is probably worth it, but anything less than that, it's probably not. So maybe I can cut the War Plow. I can still cut cheap creatures, but I have to figure out which ones. Because I kind of like a lot of our cheap creatures. Am I playing multiple depth charge classes? Well, like I said, this is a 6-drop 6/6, which with the amount of ramp that we have is actually not bad because Rock and Retrieval Unit bring us pretty close to hard cast Colossus range. And then if you ever get to 9 mana, you get a 9/9, which isn't bad either. I prefer the evasion stuff. It's a lot of 6-drops, I admit. All right, let's put Defabricate in the sideboard because we already have 3 rebuffs, which are just harder counters, admittedly for more mana. Springleaf Drum I'm still okay with because we have a lot to ramp into, and we have a good amount of cheap creatures. I want to keep that. Whirling Strike, maybe I can cut. Forging the Anchor, I might be able to cut. How many artifacts do I actually have? 10. It's probably okay to cut this, I think. I'd rather... I think the Welcome ultimately is going to be better. This is just random enough where I'm not sure I love it. I certainly wouldn't want to miss off of this. Although it only costs 3, but... If I paid 3 and I only got 1 artifact, how happy would I be? Not particularly. If I paid 3 and I got 2, I'd be pretty happy. I guess it depends. Are we going to cut any more artifacts? We have to cut 13 cards, so this is not making the thing easy here. I could cut the Onslaught. It's just clunky enough where I don't think we need it, and I don't think we need the buff either. The buff's pretty good with prowess, but I could see cutting it. Do I want the animation? I mean, there's enough things that I could probably cast with that, but I'm kind of okay cutting it too. I like that it draws. How many non-creature spells do I have? It's hard because it just lumps all the artifacts together. So we have like 3 non-creature artifacts. So really right now we're at like 12. Which may not be enough for... Where was it? For... the stat sheet to be good enough. I mean, if it gets 1 counter, becomes a 2/2 flyer or blocker, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not sure it's going to be good enough here, but it is okay. Might just be better to focus on like cutting statue, cutting animation. Maybe cutting 1 Colossus, just slightly lower our in-game here. I could just cut the White Splash completely. The question is Welcome and Urza ultimately going to be good enough? Because we're never going to get Urza Planeswalker. We're just going to get a splash 3-mana 2/4 that makes our stuff cheaper. It's probably not good enough. We could cut these. Because we just have so much going on that I think this is probably smarter. I'm still okay with Springleaf Drum as like splash option. I'd like to play the animation. I don't know if it's going to happen. Let's cut the Forging the Anchor. So 3 Archaeologists and a Scrapsmith. It's a lot of self-mill. But ultimately I think they're good. But if I'm cutting Welcome, I probably don't need the Forge Chanters. I got to make sure I have enough early game. I think I still do. Even if I cut those, I still have the Courier, the Air Marshal. I think I like Air Marshal more. How many soldiers do I have here? Just 1. All right. So it's the only one. But I think I still like it more than 4. I guess Forge Chanter's a better blocker. Air Marshal's a better in-game attacker. And we don't have that much evasion. So Air Marshal could actually win a game, I think. 3 mana is clunky, but when you have Power Stone tokens, it's probably okay too. I think I'd rather run that. So we still have to make 4 cuts. I could sideboard Race to the Ground. This is going to hit something in a game, though, so it's probably worth having 1. Maybe 3 Urza's rebuffs is a bit excessive. Could probably cut 1 of those. And then we still have Bounce here, kind of Bounce there. Subjugation. Admittedly, our removal is a little lacking. We have an Excavation, Explosion, and a Supply Drop, so some removal. So I have to make 3 more cuts. And we're at 16 creatures, so I could cut 1 more creature and then could cut 2 maybe. Maybe cut 1 Archaeologist. Just go with 2 instead of 3. Because it's not like I can hit... I mean, I've been cutting a lot of stuff I can even get with it anyway, right? 5, 7... Yeah, like at this point, it misses a whole lot more. And I've only got 8 artifacts now that I can find with the Scrapsmith too. So, all right, that's probably fine. And then 2 more cuts, and they can either be 1 creature. Could cut the Springleaf Drum. I think we don't need it. And the reason that we don't need it is because we have like rock and retrieval unit and explosion. So we have ways to ramp into this. That's probably true. And we just got a lot going on. I don't think I have space for it. And then final cut is either creature or a non-creature. So which one do I want to cut the most? Kind of like all of these. Should probably cut a non-creature, I think. Maybe cut another rebuff. Which one do I like more? Rebuff or... Rebuff's cooler with like rock. It is a little clunky. I want the card draw with the Power Stone token. I don't want to cut any more cheap creatures. I don't want to cut my expensive stuff. So I think the cut I gotta make is a rebuff versus like a raise to the ground. And I guess for diversity's sake, we'll cut a rebuff. All right, this was a difficult deck to make, wasn't it? I'm still okay with Dig Site now that we're not splashing. Wow, I ended up with 3 red spells. I guess it's really like 4 if you count the Dragon Engine. I guess that makes a decent argument that you could run the Tokasia's Welcome and the Urza. But now Tokasia's Welcome is quite a bit worse. We only have 8. I guess 8 is still okay. I don't know if we need to splash that stuff though. All right. We'll run it like this. I'm not blown away by this deck, but we'll see what we can do with it. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1, we'll play first. Yeah, this looks good. So we got a turn 2 Archaeologist. Turn target permanent you control to its owner's hand. If it has unearthed, instead exile it. Then return that card to its owner's hand. Activate only during your turn. Oh, that's weird. So you get like enter the battlefield effects again. All right, getting supply drop back is certainly fine with me. Problem, of course, being they know it's coming, but it's all right. All right, let's play another Archaeologist here, I think. Don't want to mill too many more mountains. All right, we missed on that one, but that's really not a big deal. We weren't going to draw a mountain anyway, so no problems there. All right. Okay. Guess we just hang out. All right. Ah, there's a good one. All right. So, can do the rock here. I think we'll just take 5 this turn. All right, and then we'll do the rock, get our Power Stone token. All right, so now we have 7 mana. So we can desynchronize. Machine over matter as well. What do I want to do about the elite? Let's just pass for this turn. Two cards left in hand. Sure. Alright, so they no more cards in hand. That's nice. Well, I guess one more. Alright, so we can block with rock and supply drop. Or we can just desynchronize now. I kind of like desynchronizing. Kind of gets rid of their top of their deck too. So I can kill the air marshal if I want. Might not be a bad idea. And then we can get in with the rock this turn. And we have supply drop and I guess machine over matter. I guess that makes sense. Because they can draw cards off of it. It's pretty good. So I might just blow up the Elsewhere Flask. I don't get to draw a card from that though. Alright, Drapna's cool. So I can copy artifacts. I can get a double supply drop. That's pretty good. And I do have the mana for that. So that is pretty good. Oh, I can't do it this turn though, huh? Okay. Well, that's alright. We'll do it next time. Because I think it's going to be worth it to double that one up. Alright, so they draw a bunch of cards. I didn't even notice that. I should have paid attention to that. Well, kind of giving me an offer I can't refuse now with the supply drop, so I think we'll block the Archaeologist on the Vanguard. And then we'll supply drop. So we kill that, and then we can bounce the elite. And they can't recast it this turn, so... Or I could just take 5. I'll bounce it. I think I'll bounce it. They can't recast it this turn, so... It also opens me up for sacking this to draw plus... Oh, there we go. That's nice. So, I don't quite have the mana for that, but we gotta stop their little engine here, so I'm gonna blow this up. Mostly irrelevant, I think. guess I could have done the supply drop first there, but I can always return it now and get the effect twice, so that's even better. Get in for 3 again. And I can even replay the supply drop. I could be using it as like a buff spell with Drafna, couldn't I? It's pretty good. It's got flash. Just battlefield with 3, so they spent 4. Oh, so they can put a bunch of counters on their dudes. It's pretty good. All right, so let's return supply drop. All right. So I am 1 mana shy of copying that. So we'll just play this for now and pass. Okay, so with supply drop, I can cast it, copy it, so I can get in for at least 7. Why don't we attack for 3 this turn? So yeah, how do I want to do this? So I can cast it, copy it, because they're using all their mana for the Clay Champion. Or I can copy a Depth Charge Colossus too. Get 2 6/6s, and it's pretty good. We'll probably do that, I think, because we're not dead next turn, so. So we'll full control, we'll do this. And then we'll copy it. So like I said, in order to cast it twice, we cast it, copy it, we return it, can we cast it again? So that's 3 copy 6, return 8. So we need 11 in order to do it 3 times in one turn. Ooh, Dragon Engine. There's a good one. It's a 9. So we're actually 1 short of being able to copy that one. But we can force some chumps here, at least with the depth charge colossus. They don't have any untapped mana, so... Wonder if we just... Let's see what happens if we just... I guess with the air marshals, we're kind of in trouble, huh? Let's get in with the Colossus. They might just take 1 and then take 6. So if I attack with the rock too, it forces them to block with 2 dudes. They have to get rid of 2 dudes. But it still leaves me in a pretty tricky spot, I think. This might still be okay. Let's, like I said, kind of force them to block both of our depth charge Colossus. So they block both of those. We can... So I have 9 mana. And they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. I can play the Dragon Engine, copy it. Four, 7, so 3, 6. Let's do... I'm going to let one of my Colossus die here. Because then I can do Courier too. All right. And I can untap as well. So now we can do Engine and copy it. And then I can still untap. My choice is untap the depth charge Colossus or play combat courier. I think I'm going to leave up supply drop and combat or untap depth charge Colossus. I think that's the best. Because we have 2 flyers now too. Could be dead here. I mean, they have 10 mana. They can give 3 things flying. But we can block their 2 biggest guys, and then we only take 8. Because they have, like, all soldiers, right? Yeah. Kind of cool to see the soldier deck in action here. All right. I think that's... Oh, that's not going to kill us unless they pay the... If they pay the 3, I still don't think we die. Because that's going to be 4 mana, right? So then they can give 2 things flying. Maybe it's just enough. Although, I don't think that it is. Oh, it is just enough. Okay, just enough. So... Yeah. Yep, it's Xaxes. Because I only have the one flyer now. So I block the biggest dude. I have to take 9. I can bounce engine, but then I can't replay it. Alright, I think that does it. Close one. So go to the next game here. So they're playing a soldier deck. Can do counter spells, counter artifacts or enchantments. So I could like counter this. Clay Champion, Elsewhere Flask. It's not as many targets as one might think. The Archaeologist was actually pretty good. I mean, it held down the... But they have multiple air marshals, so I have to watch out for flyers too. Not really seeing a sideboard. Counter an activated or triggered ability. Well, counter an activated ability there. It probably doesn't quite seem worth it. All right. Let's run it back here. So we'll play first. Yeah, it's a keep. A little bit slow, but I think it's worth it. Not really going to be able to prototype the Iron Craw Crusher, but unit into rock's not bad, so... 1 mana, 2/1. Wow. Seems like a super strong card. Alright, so we can Stern Lesson. Weird. Alright, we'll do Stern Lesson. We'll get rid of maybe the Crusher. Although the engine's more expensive, but we can actually prototype that. We can't prototype this. Could get rid of the Desynchronize because it's a little bit slow. Yeah, I could see that actually. Because we have the Explosion now too. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so we'll play this, play the Retrieval unit. And now we're at least a mana away from the Crusher. That makes sense. So we can Explosion that at least. That's good. I would have attacked with that. I would have snap attacked with that Inspector. So, they can buff their dudes. Seven mana, so we can play the Crusher. They can only give one thing flying currently. So maybe just getting this down and be willing to take a little bit of Skies damage. It's probably worth it. Let's get this. Let's get Big Boy down there. So I don't really want to take 3. I think I will. The unit's kind of keeping a lot of things at bay right now. Oh, well, that worked out. So we can raise the ground. At least now, yeah. Raise the ground the... Or let's just slam an engine here this turn. All right, so we can start getting some rocks out. So 1 card in their hand. I think we just be probably a little bit patient here. I can attack with the engine and play the rock, but I only have 1 blocker, so... We can also surveil. If I attack with the engine, I can at least... It's tough. It's kind of a tricky amount of mana here. I think I wait. I'm not quite ready yet. Well, at least they missed. All right, let's do the rock this turn. All right, so now I have 7. Just still not enough, is it? To do the rock plus either of my other cards. So would I rather blow up the Air Marshal? I think the Paratrooper probably has to die. And then we just blow up 2 of their dudes. Like we raise the Inspector and explode the Paratrooper probably. So I just need 6 mana. Okay. So pump 1 more time. And for 7. Could leave up the rock. But why don't we just explosion the Paratrooper? And probably raise the Inspector, I guess. And that way they have to leave up mana to block the Dragon Engine too. All right. So they have some decent removal in there too. Defabricate also hits. Prison Sentence, Foundry Inspector, Clay Champion. It's tempting, but against an aggro deck, counterspells typically are not the best. It's even a decent argument to not play the rebuff, but they've got stuff they want to pump a lot of mana into as well, like the Clay Champion, so it makes it a little bit trickier. I mean, our expensive stuff, we might need some more cheap stuff, as much as I hate to say it. Because we gotta hold back the early beats here. So I wonder if that means I want to actually run the Defabricate. The problem is if I play something huge that they can put a removal or bounce on, I'm not going to have enough mana for Defabricate. If I'm playing like we literally have a 6, 7, 8, 9. So I could cut maybe the Crusher and run... I mean, if I do Depth Charge Colossus instead, it actually lowers the curve, so that's kind of nice. Makes it a 6 instead of a 7 drop. That's true, actually. Maybe should just be main decking that instead. Or I can do another Archaeologist. Or I can do the Defabricate. But like I said, I don't love counterspells here. I think I'm just going to do a 6 drop instead. We have a lot of ramp, so we have the means to cast them at a reduced cost, or earlier, I should say, but it's a tough one, especially on the draw against aggro. It's not like we're missing... I mean, we have early plays, too, so we've got that going for us. We just probably don't have as many early plays as they do. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep this. Hey, they didn't have a 1-drop. That's good. Hopefully they just play an artifact that I can bounce here. Urza doesn't hit that hard. It does loot, though. I can take 3 here. All right, I guess we'll bounce that. Try and buy ourselves a little time here. It's going to make things pretty tricky. So we can desynchronize the Tactician, at least get rid of their draw here. Or we can trade with the Air Marshal. We probably go for the trade, I guess. Because it gets us a little ramp too. Let's see. Take at least 3 flying. He might just be pretty much dead here. A little bit too slow. I mean, I don't think we played a spell until basically turn 5, so I think that was the major issue here. Should be dead here. Nice one. All right, so we'll play Dig Site. We're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we can do Desynchronize plus Supply Drop. We can do Desynchronize plus Raise to the Ground. Probably desync the Wing Commando. I don't think there's an out. We were just too slow. Guess we can just get that in case I need to sack it. All right, see for round 2. I'm gonna swap the 7 drop for the 6 drop, the prototype for the Colossus for the Crusher. I like that more. All right, on to round 2. All right, round 2, we'll play first. Mull that one. This one we'll keep. Probably drop a land, I guess, like a mountain probably. I guess we can do this and get another mountain. Uh-oh. Pretty surprised they picked Desynchronized there. I'd rather have the Avenger. Can't block. Huh. Alright. See the Archaeologist. Oh, missed there. So I can trade here pretty comfortably. If they want to pay 6 to get it back, at least they're not doing anything else. Oh, they get to draw a card. Maybe that was worse. I don't know. They have to pay 6 to get it back. Oh, that's big. That one can block, unfortunately. All right. So... Has Menace, too. That's a tough one. All right. So I think we'll double block, sack the courier. That's a good one. All right, so we'll do the courier. We'll sack it. Go land. And Urza. And pass. So we can do the Fabricate in this match, seems pretty good. And we can probably do Urza's rebuffs too, because they look like they're more for expensive stuff. So that's good to know. All right, so we'll go to game 2 here. Let's bring in the Defabricate. And I think we'll do at least another rebuff. And we can probably cut... Maybe an Archaeologist is less necessary here. Possibly could cut them both, I guess. Kind of okay with that. Lose out on some early plays, but now we have some good, like, stuff to deal with their big dudes. All right. How many artifacts do we have? 7. Is that enough to make Scrapsmith good, or would I rather just have, like, more fatties? No, it's fine, I guess. Let's keep. Gonna need some help, but not bad. Start with the Air Marshal, I imagine. Draftness seems a little better. All right, let's do Scrapsmith here. All right, we missed, but we got a 3-2. Ended up losing a couple decent spells, I guess. All right, so we got our 4th mana. I think we'll do Draftness since they only have 2 lands. So I think we can probably block here because they have to pay 6 to bring it back, so I can't afford to just take 3 every turn. All right, well, we have rebuff up. I guess that's good. There we go. All right, they can keep that. We'll play the rock. And then we can drop an Avenger. All right, go to game 3. So they have a couple disfigures in there too. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I wonder if I want to just like go for, like, if I go for more value stuff, I can play like animation over a Scrapsmith because we have like a few means of making Power Stone tokens. And then it gives me some value too, because they're going for a late game value deck. And I don't think we're going to be able to super effectively do a beatdown plan. But you get some card advantage out of Scrapsmith decent amount of the time. All right. It's a tough one. I guess I'm hoping my counter spells are good enough, just because they seem like they're more of a mid-range deck. All right, we'll have to mull that one. This one we'll keep. We'll probably drop, I think I'll actually, well, these two synergize well together. Guess I could drop the rock. Kind of like the rocks, though. These two are nice together. Obviously not dropping a land. I don't want to drop the defabricate. I guess I drop a rock. Especially since we need the lands. 2 mana, 2/2 menace, huh? That also makes a Power Stone token? Jeez. A lot of value out of that, dude. Alright. So we'll just hang out. Could defabricate that and exile it. I think I will, since I'm a little bit mana starved. I do take 4 here, which is a lot, but all right. We got the 4th land, so now I at least can do the Scrapsmith. I think we will. Oh, that's cool. So I could get the courier back. I think we do, and then I can play it. That makes sense. could copy it with draft now, but kind of want to double block now. Not to mention I can unearth it, so attack. I'm probably not going to block with draft now, so I'll just attack. If I'm not blocking, I might as well attack. All right. So they can... Guess we'll double block the Seeker. Because I can attack back for 5, but I can't quite win this race yet. So we'll do this. Get rid of the Menace. If I block the Strongbow, they can just sack a Power Stone and kill both my dudes and not lose anything. Plus, they had a... That's probably worth it. They had to lose a dude there, so... Alright. That's good. So I'm going to land away from copying. So I can't... I'm not actually casting it from my graveyard here with Combat Courier, so it doesn't quite work as well as I would like, but that's all right. We'll get in for 3 here, and then I'll sack it to draw a card. I would like to copy Dragon Engine ultimately. Okay, so at least next turn I can copy it. That's good. Ichor Wellspring. I haven't seen that in a while. It's a good one with the Strongbow. You get to just draw a card and you sack it. It's pretty nice. Sure. So I can't protect it. Let's see. I'm still at least 2 turns away from Dragon Engine, so I think we'll just cast it. All right, can't copy or counter that, unfortunately. All right, we'll pass here. End up probably surveilling, I guess. So I guess they can just kill us now. They could sack with the Strongbow. Well, that's good. As long as they don't see it, I guess. All right, see you for round 3. All right, we'll keep this. So we can do the Scrapsmith. All right, nice. Let's see. Thinking about taking the Colossus over the unit. If I play the unit, I can cast it next turn, which is pretty good. But ultimately, I think the Colossus is probably probably going to be better. Like, if I'm a little bit slow here, it's probably okay. What's this do? Oh, that's a good one. At least I get to kill the Liberator. That's nice. So, I think first we kill the 3/3 before they make that a 4/4, so we can explosion that. And then we can blow the Liberator up with Raise to the ground. How much does it cost, too? 3, okay. So, kill the 3/3. In for 2. Alright, Archaeologist, so we have 5 mana now. Let's attack. Alright, so then we'll supply drop. Kill that. And raise the Liberator here. And we can start dropping some depth charge Colossus. It's a good one. Alright, so we have 7. So do a depth charge Colossus plus a combat courier. Alright, so they bounce that. No attacks. Ah. So... Let's see here. If I do Archaeologist plus Hercule, I can still block their Colossus with my Courier, draw a card. I think it makes the best use of mana, although I don't have enough blue for that, do I? No. Alright, well then I guess we do this. Alright, chump. So now we're at 8 mana. But they have the... I think we wait till we get to 9 now, I guess. So we'll play Hercule, play the Archaeologist first. Alright, got Stern Lesson back, that's nice. We'll play Hercule. Yeah, I guess I could have done Stern Lesson instead, and then I could have cast Colossus next turn. That might have been smarter. That's surprising. I probably would have just drawn 2 cards. Maybe they have a counter spell up. That could make sense. Oh, alright. So let's just cast 9/9 here. And then pass. So we'll leave it on top. All right, so we can do combat courier. Did I forget to cash out of a supply drop at some point? Not sure. We can sack this, draw. Oh, there's a good one. So 9, 3, 6. So still a little bit light here. 3, 6, 7. Nope, 1 shy of the full engine. So why don't we do Stern Lesson first? Oh, I should have done that before I played the... Well, I would have needed land, so... All right, let's do that. Oh, I guess I can tap the Trench Stalker. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because otherwise they're going to gain some life. So why don't we... Definitely don't want to do it on the Colossus, that's for sure. We'll pay. Now I can't untap my Colossus, but that's all right. So now we can at least untap Colossus and play Engine. That's pretty cool. No plays, all right. Oh, all right. All right, so I'm gonna untap attack and play the Engine, I think. I do want to get the Courier off the board. There's no guarantees that they sack it here, and I want to force them to sack it, so do this. Get in for 9. They can block the Courier, draw. We'll play an Engine. Maybe I want to do the Engine first, because they might have drawn into a counterspell there. Well, they're untapping their dude. That's all right. All right. So there, and then we'll cast this as a big dude. And I guess we can... maybe we sandbag it. I don't know. All right. Got game 1. Check out game 2 here. So Defabricate hits the Colossus. Liberator. I mean, these are good targets to hit, but not enough, honestly. I'm good with Rebuff though. Rebuff has some good targets. They have a lot of, I mean, hits anything, but is their stuff particularly expensive? I guess not. I need to kill Savant, so I guess I need my actual targeted removal spells because Subjugation's not even good against Savant. Huh. Yeah, I guess we probably keep it the same. I could bring in more top end, I guess. If I really want. I don't think I do, though. Okay, we'll keep this. We have both colors. I mean, this hand needs some help, but we'll keep it. Hey, if I wasn't going to draw a land, 2-drop is a pretty good draw. All right, land is good. Let's get Air Marshal down here. I want to get Hercule down so I can play Supply Drop and... Maybe they'll attack in. So I'll stay back. I'd like to kill that Savant. I should have done the supply drop first, because now they could technically counterspell, but maybe it worked out. Even if they have to use a removal spell on Air Marshal, I'm probably okay with that. Alright, that's fine. We end up netting some value out of that, so that's not that bad. Alright, missing the land drop here, unfortunately, so we'll just cast the Air Marshal and pass. Really want to get to 4 so we can do this stone retrieval unit. Set up, work towards this Colossus, but not quite there yet. So I guess we'll trade here. I don't have the mana to pump into Air Marshal, so I kind of need to protect myself for now. Sure. Alright, so no artifacts on their side. We can subjugation the Trench Stalker, I guess. I could do it now, but then they don't attack, and I don't really like that. So I could raise to the ground the Power Stone and draw. Ooh. Now I kind of wish I'd cast that subjugation. It's correct choice. So we'll take 6. Got the land, so let's do the retrieval unit. That way, if we draw blue mana, we can at least do the depth charge Colossus. Alright, so did not get the blue land. So what do I want to do instead here? Well, I suppose we do the Koilos Rock. Guess I could desync the Trench Stalker too. Odd choice there. All right. So, where are we at here? We're at 32 life too, huh? Let's see. Seven mana. I suppose we probably just attack with the rock and then desync the Trench Stalker. It could stay back, I guess, but I don't love that either. Alright, so let's desync the... I guess I should have blocked there in case they have the counter spell. Whoops. Well, thankfully they didn't, so we'll keep both these on top. Uh-oh. Well, at least that's not a soldier. And this too? Okay, good. So we'll go land, Colossus. Oh, now we're close to... Let me see. Let's do Colossus. Yeah, because I need a blocker, I think, for their dude. I could do Hercule plus raise to the ground, get another sorcery. I don't even know what all my sorceries are, though. I guess I have Excavation, Explosion. That's basically it. Hercule's maybe not doing that much here. I kind of just want the extra land, though, but I'm not even drawing it next turn, so that might not work out. Well, I'm just going to raise the Power Stone to draw. Get the class, because then we might draw a land next turn. Oh, wait. I did not do that in the right order, did I? Whoops. Oh, I guess it still worked. So I guess we die if we don't draw something to deal with the air marshal here. I think even if I can, it's gonna be a tough one. So I can do this. I still just died a flyer. I guess I have to cast this. Alright, well, I got this. And then this. I think we still die, though. Unfortunately. So we'll go to game 3. Alright. I'm not really seeing anything. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm not really seeing it. There, let's play first. Yeah, let's keep pretty good. Let's get our second blue. I don't think we have any double red, so we got our double blue. Yeah, so we can do the Evolving Wilds first, get the tap land out of the way. So, explosion into unit, into rock. I don't know if we'll do explosion this early, though. Ooh, archaeologist, nice one. All right, missed on that one. Well, at least they're missing land drops. I guess that's good. Starting lesson's good, but I'm going to do the unit first here. So we can cast the Colossus here. That's pretty good. If I do the rock first, I think I might actually do the rock first because I can get to 9 mana, I think. Although, I mean, getting a 6/6 now is pretty good too. Alright. It's best use of mana. I mean, I do have to pay to untap it. That's a bigger deal than one might think. All right, so let's smash for 8. And then we can untap Colossus and do Stern Lesson, I guess. Well, that's interesting. So we'll do Stern Lesson first, and that way I can still untap my Colossus. So I guess we lose the bounce or subjugation or Hurkle. Guess I could lose Hurkle because that way I can kind of protect my Colossus as well, which I think is good. Sure. So we'll untap. And we'll go land. 10 for 6. All right, and then we can go rock plus machine over matter. And I still just like having machine over matter as like ace in the hole protection for depth charge Colossus, so that's probably fine. So we'll do the rock and make sure we don't tap all of our blue mana. I'm going to leave up the machine over matter, actually. Okay, so we'll... guess I can actually wait this turn, because they have a bunch of mana. I mean, they're pretty clearly just probably missing blue, but that's all right. We'll just stack with the rock. I can bounce it. So we'll go machine over matter here. Counter that. Pass. So we'll do the rock. All right, so we'll do subjugation on the stalker here. I think we'll just attack with everything here. See what they have. Because explosion might finish them off if they're not expecting it. Guess they're trying to decide which one they want to kill. Alright, we can put that on top, that's fine. We can do archaeologist. I don't really want to mill that though, do I? So let's do courier. Sack it, draw. Then do archaeologist. And we'll take raise to the ground. And pass. So we can raise to the ground the Rager. We can do... attack with both. And then we'll do explosion. Alright, so I ended up going 1-2. It's a pretty interesting format. Seems pretty deep, pretty much like there's a lot of different ways to do it. I can't recall the last time I did a super artifact heavy one. I guess, what was it? The ninjutsu one was pretty artifact heavy too. At least one of the builds. It was artifacts and enchantments, I guess. Astral Cornucopia enters X charge counters each charge on it. Huh. To pay like 3 for 1, 6 for 2. It's okay, I guess. I might just take the Epic Confrontation here, get some removal. Hulking Metamorph, maybe. Razor Maw, interesting. Yeah, I'll probably go Confrontation on that one. Oh, there's the card we needed for Urza, huh? Well, this card's pretty sweet. Semblance Anvil enters battlefield, exile a non-land card from your hand. Spells you cast that share a card type. Well, I don't know if we really need that. It's cool, it makes things cheaper, but you lose a card for it. Probably not worth it. Might just take like a Wing Commando here. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.